This is Hornet Nation. Welcome back, Hornets. I'm Josh Sirota.
And I'm Alexis Saunders. While it's getting colder outside, the winter sports are just heating up.
On this episode of Hornet Nation, we dive our way into the men's swimming team, give you an inside look on previous signings, and catch your attention with a feature on Salene's Frisbee Club.
Let's get started.
First up, the swimming team, who last year finished 4th in states, is off to a great start. We head out to the pool with Robert Braley to get a deeper look at the swim team.
We go and interview some of the coaches and key varsity players on what it takes to be a part of the swim and dive team.
It's a special level of dedication, commitment, and that type of stuff. And if you're not a very dedicated person who likes a little bit of pain and hard work and suffering, then this probably is not the sport for you. So I would not recommend that to anyone, because I don't think just anyone can do it.
Yeah, it's not just physical training, but it's a lot of mental training, because we dive from different height, and a lot of people get nervous at different heights. So it's a lot of core and legs, and flexibility is a big part of our training.
There is a ton of work that is put into this sport. We're here at 6 a.m. pretty much every morning, whether there's school or not. Only days we really get off of those are Christmas and New Year's Day. We always have afternoon practice as well, unless there's a meet.
If you set high goals, I mean, everyone does, so you have to work real hard to achieve them. That's basically the bottom line.
You build a great sports network through friends growing up, traveling, going to different places. That's probably my favorite part of it.
The thing we want them to achieve, and that's what I hope, is that to continue what we've built up here over time, and to live up to the expectations of this community and the people that have been working on this program for quite a few years, to continue to compete at the highest level we can reach.
This is Robert Braley from Hornet Nation. Back to you at the studio.
At an average practice, the men's team will swim about 3 miles, or about 50 football fields. We look forward to seeing how the rest of the season goes.
It's a goal for many athletes to take their sport to the college level. Each year, some select student athletes from Salene have the opportunity and talent to play a sport for a college. Here's a look at 2 recent signings.
On December 2nd, 2015, Josiah Davis signed to run track for the University of Michigan. We asked him what led him to sign for U of M.
I've been working for this with my coaches for a long time, so we were pretty excited about it. It came down to what majors each school had, how good of majors there were, and closeness to home. So we were able to rule out everything else besides Michigan, so it ended up being pretty easy for us. They've been pretty successful in the past. The coach said that they were trying to build a program around the kind of events that I'm running, so like 400s, 400 hurdles. They had some really good guys signed last year, so we should have a pretty good group to work with next year. So,
About a month after Josiah signed, another student, David Semyon, agreed to play lacrosse at Aquinas College. We interviewed David and the head lacrosse coach of Aquinas, Doug Seitz, about his reasons for choosing the college.
I like the school, I like the team, I like the people there.
What's special about Aquinas? I mean, it's a great place to go to college for 4 years. There's a real sense of community. You're going to end up at Aquinas and end up with a great education. For the student athletes, have a chance to be at a school that really cares about its athletes and wants to see them succeed. We're excited to have David as part of the family, and glad we could make the trip over here to Salene and come have the family and everybody check him out and give him a little publicity while he signs.
Congratulations to David and Josiah. I'm Dan Shantz. Now back to you in the studio.
National Signing Day, a day where recruits from across the nation sign letters of intent to play various sports in college, is coming up on Wednesday, February 3rd. With football signings being of high interest, look for more information coming in a future show.
Now for this week's current scores. Salene's gymnastics team went head-to-head with Tecumseh on Wednesday and lost by a score of only 0.2 of a point.
Also on Wednesday, the hockey team finished with a score of 7-1 against Ann Arbor Pioneer, and the boys swim team on Thursday night, who also went against Ann Arbor Pioneer, won by a score of 98-88.
The wrestling team placed first in their match against Adrian, Bedford, and Tecumseh on Wednesday as well.
What an eventful week of sports. Keep it up, Hornets.
10 years ago, the Ultimate Frisbee team started in the field and has become a fully functioning club. We head to the gym to see a weekly game of Ultimate. The Ultimate Frisbee Club is in the middle of its winter season right now. We went to one of the games to see what it's all about.
Ultimate Frisbee is a combination of three main sports: basketball, football, and soccer. It's like basketball that when you have the disc, you can't run with it. So if you stop dribbling, you have to establish a pivot foot and you have to pass it off to a partner. It's like football in the fact that when you are scoring, you score it into an end zone because it's about a 100-yard field, 70 yards with 20-yard end zones. So you got to score a touchdown or you only get 1 point for it. And it's like soccer in that you can go any direction. It's a lot of running. It's a good sport in the fact that it's one of the only sports that is self-regulated, so there are no officials. So you call your own fouls, you work out your own problems. That's different than any other sport.
We asked some of the players what they enjoyed most about the club.
Meeting new people, connecting with the team and playing.
The community is really nice. You can just come in and I come in early and just talk to all my friends here.
It's a very fun, but minimal time-consuming sport. You can just kind of show up. You don't know a lot of people maybe, but it's still a lot of fun.
If you want to find out more about the club, talk to Mr. Dice. Back to you in the studio.
It's wonderful to see the sportsmanship that comes from Frisbee and to see students come together on a weekend to play a game of Ultimate.
Well, that concludes this week's show.
For other sports stories and previous shows, check us out on vimeo.com/shsvideo.
Have a great week, Hornets.